Hey everybody, Maureen Bangle, Aveda Hair Color Professional and member of the Hair Color Magic team. I wanted to share a technique with you today that's been coming up a lot in the salon. So I don't know about you, but when a guest comes in and requests chunky highlights, all I think of is Kelly Clarkson, American Idol, circa 2002. Not the best look, right? Sorry, Kelly. But what we want to do in the salon is give our guests a more modern version of that. So on my model, Kristen, today, I'll be doing a technique that gives us the contrast and dimension of that look without looking like zebra stripes. Hope you enjoy it. All right, so to get started, we're gonna brush out Kristen and we're gonna get her sectioned off. I'm going to do a modified version of the 11 section highlight partings, and I am gonna work off of Kristen's part so that we can make sure our placement is perfect when we're all finished. All right, so I've already completed her right side quadrant, and in the sides here I have done less foils than I will be working with on the top right section. Reason being is I just don't want there to be so much dimension in through those side panels. Those side panels are pretty narrow, as you can see, and I don't want them to be all light. So now I'm gonna work in the top panel. I'm gonna be working in groups of 3 foils back to back. And I am going to be working, I'm going to brick lay them in comparison to her foil packets on the side. So in my first section, my first foil, I'm going to take a slice and I am going to do with this slice, I am going to go pretty close to the new growth, as if I was doing a regular slice, making sure I'm using enough product to get nice even lift, and working back and forth, moving that hair around to make sure I have good saturation. I am then going to fold up that first foil. Make sure it's nice and clean. And for me, the easier way to do this is to clip this out of the way. The second foil I'm going to take is going to be a very fine slice as well. This one though, I'm going to hold and back comb to about 1.5 inches from her scalp. I'm gonna go ahead and place the foil, get that back combing kind of out of my way. Do my enlightener application and roll that hair back and forth. And then I'm just going to come up to the top and just feather that line and go ahead and fold that foil. Pin that one out of the way. And for my third, I'm going to go ahead and back comb, but this one I'm going to leave about 3 inches from the scalp. So what we're doing here versus the original placement is we still are doing multiple foils back to back, or multiple slices back to back. But the old technique, all 3 slices used to go right up to the scalp. So by doing this technique, where we do the 3 different foils, 3 different slices, at varying lengths away from the scalp, we're still getting that nice solid piece running through the mid-lengths and ends, but we are not getting those zebra stripes all the way down to her scalp. As you can see, I'll see if I can pull that out of the way. So we have our 2 back-to-back sections or groups on the side, and what we have done is we have brick laid the foils on the sides and the top so that we don't have those pieces falling over one another. They lay next to each other in our finished product. All right, so here we are with the finished product. Kristen looks beautiful. So to review, our highlights were 10 volume enlightener, and remember those 3 slices. The first one, the enlightener goes down to the scalp. Second one, we back comb about 1.5 inches away from the scalp. and the third one about 3.5 inches away from the scalp, so that we don't have that bold those bold slices at the scalp. And then after we shampooed her, finished her, and did a botanical hair therapy, we did a toner with equal parts of light copper and light ash from the Demi Plus line, and processed her for 20 minutes. So last but not least, a finishing touch. So we're going to use a little bit of cherry blossom to touch up her lips. And there she is. Hope you guys enjoyed this technique.